Anna woke up before the sun. Her body ached, her eyes were heavy, and her alarm felt like a scream. She turned it off slowly, sat on the edge of the bed, and took a deep breath. Another day. Another shift. She worked at a small restaurant in the city, 6 days a week, sometimes 7. She took the early shift, the lunch shift, and sometimes stayed until closing. There were no vacations. No time to rest. But the bills didn't care, and her mother needed medicine. That was the deal. Anna tied her hair, put on her uniform, and left the house quietly. Her mother was still asleep. The street was cold. Her shoes were old. But she walked fast, not because she had energy, but because if she stopped, she might not move again. At the restaurant, the smell of coffee and fried eggs filled the air. Customers came and went. Some smiled, some complained. Most didn't look at her face. She poured coffee, took orders, cleaned tables. She said, "Good morning" 100 times, but meant it maybe once. Around 10 a.m., she dropped a glass. It shattered on the floor. Her manager gave her that look, the one that says, "Be careful or go home." She apologized and cleaned in silence. Her hands shook. If you're learning English through emotional stories, subscribe to English Learn Day. Improve your listening, feel every word, and grow your vocabulary naturally. At noon, her legs burned. Her shoulders hurt. And still, the lunch rush came like a storm. She moved fast between tables, writing orders, refilling cups, forcing a smile that didn't belong to her. One woman sat alone near the window. She didn't order right away. Just watched Anna. When their eyes met, the woman smiled, soft and warm, as if she saw something others didn't. Anna brought her a menu. "What can I get you?" she asked, her voice flat. The woman replied, "Maybe just a moment of your time." Anna blinked. No one had ever asked for that. And in that second, short and quiet, something cracked. Not loudly, but enough to let a little light in. Anna stood there, frozen for a second. A moment of her time? People usually asked for coffee. For ketchup. For the bill. Never for time. She forced a polite smile. "Sure," she said. "I'll be right back." She walked to the kitchen, confused. Who was this woman? A stranger with soft eyes, dressed simply, calm in a room full of noise. After taking 3 more orders and refilling 2 cups, Anna returned to the table. The woman was still there, looking out the window, her hands wrapped around a warm cup of tea. She hadn't touched it yet. "I have 2 minutes, Anna said. "That's all I can give right now." The woman looked at her gently. "That's more than most people offer themselves." Anna sat for just a second, not really supposed to. "What do you mean?" "You look tired," the woman said. "Not just in your body. In your spirit." Anna blinked fast, trying to stay professional. "I work a lot. That's all." The woman smiled. "I believe you. I worked like that once too. Until I couldn't anymore." Anna looked down. Her fingers were red from washing dishes. Her back ached. But no one had ever said it out loud. That she looked tired inside. "I'm not sure why I sat here," the woman continued. "But when I saw you, I thought, maybe she needs to hear something today. Maybe it's not about food. Maybe it's about feeling seen." Anna didn't know what to say. She felt something strange in her chest, pressure, maybe. Or emotion. A bell rang from the kitchen. Her break was over. She stood quickly. "Thank you for whatever that was," she said awkwardly. The woman nodded. "Be kind to yourself, Anna." Anna stopped. "How do you know my name?" The woman pointed to her name tag and laughed softly. "Right there." Anna smiled, a real one, small and surprised. She went back to work. Nothing had changed. The orders kept coming. The plates kept clattering. But inside her, a small part had paused. And in that pause, something human had returned. The lunch rush finally slowed down around 2 p.m. Anna moved like a machine, clearing tables, refilling napkins, wiping down menus. Her body worked on autopilot, but her mind kept returning to that woman, the one with the soft voice and warm eyes. She checked the window table. The woman was gone. No goodbye. No empty cup. Just a folded napkin on the table, carefully placed next to a small, untouched tea. Anna walked over and stared at the napkin. Something was written on it, in neat, graceful handwriting. She picked it up slowly, heart beating just a little faster. "Don't forget, your value isn't measured by what you do for others, but by how gently you carry yourself through hard days." Anna stood still for a moment. The noise of the restaurant faded. She read the note again. And again. Something inside her chest pressed hard, like a tight knot that had been there for too long. No one had ever said that to her. No one had ever cared to. She folded the napkin and slipped it into her apron pocket. "Anna," her manager called from behind the counter. "You're on break. Take 10. It was the first time in weeks he remembered to give her a pause. She nodded, almost surprised, and stepped outside. The air was cool. She sat on the bench behind the building, pulled out the napkin, and read the message once more. She thought of her mother at home. Of the rent. Of the weight she carried every day like it was part of her skin. But for the first time, she looked at that weight not with guilt, but with respect. She wasn't weak. She was tired because she kept going. Because she didn't quit. One sentence. From one woman. On one napkin. That's all it took to feel human again. The next morning, Anna woke up the same way, tired, sore, and already behind. But as she stood in front of the mirror, tying her hair, she remembered the note. She had placed it on her nightstand. It was still there, folded carefully, like a quiet friend. She didn't feel strong. But she didn't feel invisible either. At the restaurant, the routine started again, open tables, hot coffee, noise. But Anna moved with a little more awareness. She still worked fast, still carried heavy trays. But her eyes were open wider, her shoulders just a little straighter. She greeted the first customer with a soft good morning, not because she had to, but because she meant it. Around 11 a.m., a new girl started her first shift. Young, nervous. She dropped a plate during her first hour and nearly cried. The manager sighed and turned away. Anna walked over, picked up the broken pieces, and said, "It happens. It's okay. I did the same on my first day." The girl smiled, grateful. "Really?" Anna nodded. "Twice, actually." They both laughed. And for a second, Anna didn't feel like just a waitress. She felt like a person who could give something to someone else, something kind. Later, while folding napkins, Anna thought of the woman again. Who was she? Why had she said those things? Was she just passing through? Or had she seen something in Anna that even Anna couldn't see? That night, Anna got home late. Her mother was watching TV, wrapped in a blanket. "Did you eat?" Anna asked. "Waiting for you," her mother said with a soft smile. They shared soup and silence. But the silence wasn't empty. It was peaceful. Anna looked at her mother's hands, thin, tired, always gentle. She thought of how much they had both survived. How much they still carried. She didn't say much that night. Just kissed her mother on the forehead and whispered, "I'm okay today. Just a little more okay." And that was new. That was enough. The restaurant was full again. It was Friday, and people came in fast, hungry, impatient. Anna moved between tables with the same steady rhythm. Take the order. Smile. Pour the coffee. Clean the mess. But something had changed. She no longer felt invisible. And more importantly, Alavaya OS outros. The tired man in the corner. The teenager eating alone. The mother with two noisy kids. She noticed the details that pain hides behind. At the back table, the new girl, her name was Carla, was working with shaky hands and a red face. A couple had complained about cold soup, and Carla looked like she wanted to disappear. Anna walked over, calm and confident. "Hey," she said gently. "It's okay. I'll talk to them. You go take a breath." Carla nodded, eyes full of silent gratitude, and stepped away. Anna apologized to the customers, fixed the order, and added a slice of cake on the house. The couple relaxed. The moment passed. 10 minutes later, Carla returned. "Thank you," she said quietly. "I almost cried in the bathroom." Anna smiled. "It's okay to cry. But not alone. You've got a team now." From the corner, someone was watching. It was Elena, the owner of the restaurant, usually in her office, rarely on the floor. But today, she had come down early and stayed longer than usual. She watched Anna, not just how she worked, but how she treated people. Later, while Anna was wiping down a table, Elena approached her. "You handled that very well," she said. Anna looked up, surprised. Thank you. I've been watching. You've grown a lot, Anna. The customers like you. The team trusts you. You make this place feel human. Anna didn't know what to say. Elena continued. We're opening a second location next month. I'll need someone reliable to help train the new staff. Interested? Anna blinked. Me? Elena nodded. Think about it. Anna stood still. A week ago, she had nearly given up. Today, someone saw her, believed in her. And just like that, one kind act had come full circle. Saturday morning came with light rain and soft gray clouds. Anna stood at the bus stop, uniform clean, hair tied neatly, the napkin still folded in her pocket, now worn from being read so many times. She thought of the past week, of Carla's first day, of the woman by the window, of Elena's offer, and most of all, of herself, how she had moved through long days without quitting. At the restaurant, things felt the same, but weren't. Customers smiled more. Carla seemed more confident. Even the manager had softened. Anna worked with care, not just speed. She remembered to breathe, to look up, to connect. During her break, she stepped outside and sat on the same bench. The rain had stopped, but the air was fresh. She pulled out the napkin and read it once more. Your value isn't measured by what you do for others, but by how gently you carry yourself through hard days. She closed her eyes, holding the words like something sacred. Back inside, Elena walked by and said, Think about the new location? Anna nodded. Yes. I think I'm ready. That night, after dinner with her mother, Anna wrote something on a new napkin. Folded it gently. Placed it in her pocket. The next morning, she gave it to Carla without a word. On it, just one sentence. You're stronger than you know, and you don't have to do it alone. Carla smiled with tears in her eyes. And as Anna returned to work, she realized something. It wasn't a perfect day. But it was the day she didn't give up. And that made all the difference. New emotional English stories uploaded every week. Subscribe to English Learn Day and learn English naturally through real emotions and real life.